Hey, greetings everyone, it's GleeCon. Thank you for clicking on this show, Lore of Warcraft. This is a show where together we explore the entire World of Warcraft universe with a lore-centric approach. So we try to find everything in-game. That means doing every quest, every line of dialogue, every little piece of in-game object. But we also take our explorations outside of the world too. So check on the years of episodes we have if you want to look at lots of the World of Warcraft books and some of the weirder side stuff too. We're going to continue our era journey where we are in Horde run of Tanaris. We've completed it with Alliance already, and I hope that today we're going to wrap up this zone. I think we've just about finished it, so stay a while and listen. As we take Gleecon's soul, our Tauren shaman, and also much maligned child hair washing villain. Yesterday's episode, we were I was put in my place for daring to question from a humorous perspective someone's desire to wash their child's hair. All right, so while we're here, we might as well offload some of this mage weave we had by getting some Orgrimmar rep. We've already done it in the Undercity, and we've done it with the trolls, so let's offload over here. And I don't count these on the sheet just because they're ubiquitous. Alright, we'll stop that one because we've heard her say that before. Mage weave is running low, and we could use your help to replenish our stocks. By counting on the community as a whole, we would only need a donation of 60 pieces of mage weave cloth from you to enable us to reach our goal. Such generosity would not go unnoticed by Orgrimmar, I assure you. If you have the 60 pieces of mage weave cloth on you and are ready to donate them, I am able to take them from you now.
Wonderful. We thank you for your generous donation, adventurer.
So great, a little bit more rep and 3,300 more XP. We are down to needing basically about 3,200. So now Rune Cloth is open on that one. I think we have enough to turn in. Yeah, we have enough to go to whatchamacallit? Poop. Thunder Bluff. We have enough to do the Tauren one. That's the only one we haven't done. And then we have maxed out all Mage Weave, and we can start funneling the rest of our Mage Weave into heavy Mage Weave bandages. You can get all the way to 300 on those. Whoops, we passed our quest. We're turning in Rise of the Silithid to this dude, Zilzabin Drumlore. That's the main reason we're here. We also need to be shifting over to Undercity because we have a quest to turn in Undercity. We're starting today. The first half of our episode is really going to be travel, and I really hope we can just finish it all out, finish the whole game out for us. You know what? While we're here, I think we have some fish we can cook too. So let's stop in. The hot summer bass. Oh, what does that require? Oh, summer bass. That's different. This whole time I've been thinking of summer bass as though they were sun-scaled salmon. That's trash. But we can cook glossy mitefish. Mitefish, that's a large one. Hot smoked bass? No. There you go. That's soothing spices, so let's go ahead and buy... We're maxed out on cooking, so we're not doing it for that. We're doing it so that we can have a little bit of these buffs. They're pretty decent buffs. Not the best, but decent. Now, the tender wolf meat. That's actually good because it gives you the 12. It's worth it as well. Because that's equivalent to these spider sausages. It's a pretty nice. It's the 12 stam buff. It's pretty good. It's 12 stam, 12 spirit. It's a pretty nice combo. We also wanted to check out the auction house. We can do that from any of our spots. Heart of the Wild, that thing. We have some of this we can go to the bank for. Yeah, we will be going to Feralis semi-soon, so I'm not worried about like fully exploring or advancing our leatherworking. Honestly, we didn't get a lot of leatherworking points in Tanaris, other than when we did that one long quest a couple episodes ago.
These are dangerous times, person. An ancient evil is rising, and it cares not if you're Horde or Alliance.
Ah, these guys' accents are as bad as mine.
Later.
I'm sorry I don't know you, but from the look of things, you have at least heard something of me. Now, what can I help you with? Do you have something for me?
If you don't remember from the last episode, we were bringing him the insect analysis report from killing our couple different, the Centipar and whatever, H, I think it starts with an H, Halishi, something like that. And we're bringing that report because not only do the people need to know near us, we want the whole world to know that there is something controlling a malevolent force controlling the Silithid.
This report, I've dealt with these beasts before. Fizzledowser was wise to send this and you to me. These creatures will consume the Tanaris Desert rapidly. They are nothing short of one of the greatest menaces we all will ever face.
Familiarize yourself with this name, adventurer. Silithid. The insects mentioned here are the Silithid, and they are the tools of one of the greatest threats that both the Horde and Alliance face. Only we were smart enough to see that before.
Yeah. Now they have a quest called March of the Silithid. I don't think I actually picked that quest up. Let's just take a peek at our spreadsheet again. Something else I share with you guys. Rise of the Silithid. They called it Silithid there. The computers can never get their crap together. VoiceOver doesn't know what to say. It's an AI thing. It's not even, I would imagine, because there seems to be no rhyme or reason to it. I don't see March of the... Oh, I do. I actually do have it right there. So I am going to pick it up.
It would seem that the Silithid's intent, nay reason for being, is to devour everything in their path that is not of their ecology. Their focus is singular, and it is for this reason they are a grave threat to all life on Azeroth. What we've seen to date is but the first stages. I suspect that their strength comes from deeper in Kalimdor, Ungoro Crater. Go to Gadgetson in the Tanaris Desert and speak to alchemist Peslazug. Tell him of my theory. He will surely aid us in fighting the Silithid.
Alright, so cool. We actually are going to pick that quest up. And before we take it to Ungoro Crater, there are other zones we're going to do first. We're going to explore Veralis and how it is also dealing with issues of the Silithid, I don't freaking know. I think we did fishing on one of our episodes recently, so even though we are level 53, getting close to 54, yeah, we're caught up to level 53 as a fisher. So right now, I wanted to go look and just see about this Black Skull Shield. Is there any market for it? Heart of the Wild, I don't know if that's something, I feel like there are, I saw a recipe in my stuff. Those big Wild Voodoo vest, helmet. No, that's a big Voodoo mask. I thought I saw big Voodoo shoulders. I don't know, but I thought there was some Heart of the Wild stuff I maybe did or didn't need. I don't stinking know. We'll mess with that elsewhere too. We're gonna pop in here to the bank just for a sec.
Is that good enough for you?
Yeah, it is, bud. Okay, we added to the Aquamarine stack. I'm gonna put Heart of the Wild in there just because I think it's useful. Now the Scorpion scales. I'm gonna keep them for now because there might be some more killing up ahead. I do want to mess with the thick hides and salt up all those hides and everything, but I want to wait until we are going to play with leatherworking, which I might do on this. And the last thing I wanted to do was just check to see, is there a market for this Black Skull Shield? I was seeing on comments when we looked yesterday that people saying selling it for somewhere in the ballpark of 60 gold. Some people said it was... okay. Let's look at, I guess we'll look at, what's it called? JP Worgen. And just check out if anybody is interested in Black Skull Shield. This median buyout, 8,700 G. 5 months ago, daily buyout, 300 gold. but that's on different servers. If you look at server comparison, I'm on the server I'm on right now. See, there's no data on Pagel, which is where we're at. I don't know. Look at this. That's crazy. Like, where was that median buyout from? Who bought 87? And then someone bought it for 650, 300 gold. Let's see if I would sell it for 100 gold if someone wanted to buy it off me. So let's go ahead and put it in trade. Actually, we need that open. If not, I'm going to post it for 100 and see if I can sell it. And that might be like a crazy low value. But people online were marking it more in that 60 gold range. I don't know if I could get that, but it'd be cool to get something. I'm worried if I were to put it, no one would even really want it. So I just, yeah, that thing is so cool. This shield right here, you see it for healers, shamans a lot. This red dragon scale protector. Now, if I wanted to go full heal, but see, I already have this offhand, which is going to do more for my healing than anything about this Black Skull shield. The reason why that's so cool is because it increases the healing up to 37. It's pretty nice. I do need a single hand item, like if I wind up having no mace and I have to switch to healing, that's going to be... Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and we'll just make an auction. Okay, I'm going to start the price at 100. And I'll make the buyout price also 100. I have to deposit 37 silver for this, which is lame. Put it for the whole 20. I have to deposit a gold to sell this thing? It's crazy. So I guess we're gonna then I'm upping my gold price to 102. Because I want to pay for my deposit. So alright, we'll go for it. I'll spend a gold to put it on the market here. I have no idea if anything's going to be good. But, oh well. Okay, so what else? Was there anything else I needed to look at before we go off to the Undercity? I think not. I think we're good. The rest of our stuff is either leatherworking stuff or... Oh, I could put the Star Ruby away, actually, too. Just noticed that bad boy. Sit on the Star Ruby.
Besides the grunts outside, my brothers and I fought at the Battle of
No,
Hajjar.
my bags are full.
Any who seek to steal from the bank must face us first.
I mean, I can get rid of a lot of this Christmas crap in there if I really need to. Okay.
For the Horde!
All right. So now we did part one. We did waste around 10 or so minutes in there. 10, 15, somewhere in that ballpark. That was really setting the stage. We haven't been back to a capital for a little while, basically our whole thing. In turning in that quest to the troll, we gained another 5,400 XP, so we are down to needing 26,000 XP. We're definitely going to hit that level up and be level 54 and end up burning through a lot of our things to buy our one of the last sets of level up of talents we're going to get. Oh, dang it, that's the Gromgall camp. Alright, so next we need to fly to Undercity, where we are going to turn in the task. The Apothecary, whatever. There's nothing, as we look here in Orgrimmar, there's nothing that we need from here. Elemental Mastery is ultimately a Sunken Temple thing. Call to Arms of Plagueland. I mean, Gromgall would be nice, but we're going to have to fly. Shadow Shard Fragments is Maraudon. That's Ungoro. Feralis. Betrayed, I don't remember what it is. Ajar or something like that. Something beyond where we're at. Maybe it's Blasted. Yeah, Ajara. All right, so nothing to look at here. If you look at the Undercity, not seeing anything. Plague Lands, that's Ungoro. I don't know what that is. Felwood, maybe? Oh, Ajara. And then those are Felwood and Ungoro, so nothing in Undercity that we have to worry about. This is Sunken Temple, Jamalan the Prophet. We're just coming here. We're going to be going here next to get these violet Tragan mushrooms. Tragan. And then we're going to be flying all the way down. During our long flight, we're going to start to review some of our quests that we did before. But we're going to be going all the way down here to Booty Bay. Tribal, yeah, I guess let's look and see. What is the leatherworking that we want? I've done this a bunch. Leatherworking choice. Classic. I don't know what the... Yeah. This right here. Dragon Scale. I've looked at it so much. Tribal is the... So Dragon Scale, if we go this route, you'd get mana regen if we go the green set, which is not bad. That's blue. Damage and healing done by going the blue set. It's pretty decently solid. Now, if you go Dream Scale, that's nice on the mana per second. And Chromatic Gauntlets, that's pretty cool. Chance to crit and all that stuff. But that Dream Scale is a solo, it's not a set. And yeah, the black is whatever. That red Dragon Scale breastplate, also pretty dang nice. Geez, in some ways that's better than the purple. So there's some okay, but it's really mana per second if I go that route. But I like it. Now, elemental leatherworking, of course, is very popular. If I go elemental, let's see, that's... you're going to look at Molten Helm, which is dodge, melee. This one's not really going to be going at all. First of all, it's all leather. It does have that one healing set there, but this is a lot of... It's got a couple healing, but they're healing leathers, so I don't love it. And then tribal leatherworking. This is the common one. Tribal leatherworking has the Hide of the Wild, which is a fantastic cape. It does have that nice belt. Nice healing belt, even though it's leather. That doesn't really matter in Classic. It would basically be part of my healing set as opposed to my leatherworking set. The Devil Sword leggings are so popular for selling. Those are trash. So, but there are those top two things at the end. Yeah, the Iron Feather breastplate is a healing one if you have the set. But basically, because of that cape, that's almost like a best in slot cape for healing. And the Devil Sword stuff can really, boost your... You've just got some great ones. All right, so I mean, everybody goes tribal leatherworking. That's the downside, is everybody goes tribal. Oh, and the Wolf's Head helm, which is super popular to sell to druids. It's like best in slot druid helmet. So I guess we could go... The tribal is pretty good. I mean, I could even make that helmet and send it to my own ally. Okay, that's actually because I have my own feral druid. that's actually, I think, sealing the deal for me. The fact that I could help my other character. So I think we will go tribal. And everybody's thinking does. I was really wanting to go for Dragon Mail, just because I feel like it would be cool. And where would I find this Dragon Mail? If I decided to go with Mail, I think it's Badlands, maybe? Yeah, Dragon Scale Leatherworking, I would have to go to the Badlands. Huh. Okay. See, they're saying... Spell isn't that important. Yeah, they're basically saying the only thing I kind of like about some of these is I'll look at it in a second when we're on our flight path. This is a tough decision for me to make. And I really kind of think I'm going to make it now, because either I'm going to stop in Badlands on the way to the south and grab that, or we're going to go over to while we're in Stranglethorn, we're going to get it. Welcome back. At least welcome back if you have returned with a sealed testing kit. Otherwise, I will pretend not to notice your utter incompetence and spare my wrath from you until you do as you have been tasked and accomplish my task.
I will analyze this data immediately. Perhaps Keever's insanity will prove to be my genius after all. As for you, you are useful to me, and I reward quite well those who remain useful. Take this item, this coin, and most importantly, my thanks along with them. Check back with me from time to time. I wager that our working together on this project is not at an end. Shadow Master Vivian Legrave is in need of your services.
None of them are that good. None of those items were that good. Vivian Legrave. What's the lost? Let's look that quest up. Actually, before I go there, let's look at this. Let's see what this quest. Oops, I got a caps on. All right, so this quest takes me to the Lost Thunderbrew recipe, which is a Badlands thing. Oh, it's Blackrock Depths. Okay. All right, so now, regardless of whatever we pick, we've got to go to... I'm not picking Elemental right off the bat. That's just not happening. Because you have all the downside of tribal leatherworking, which is that it's leather gear on a class where I could wear mail. But also, it's not got that supreme healing focus like some of the best items in tribal leatherworking has. And ultimately, I just kind of want to look at end game or whatever and just see what we have. All right, so I can get rid of.
How may I be of service?
All right, we need to go to Hinterlands. Oh, that's pretty far away in the Hinterlands. Oh well. All right, while we fly, we're gonna do the math and figure this out. Okay, so if I go Dragon Scale, first of all, there's the Dragon Scale Gauntlets. It's a 13 gauntlet with a critical hit 1%. Mine is... This is arguable whether... I mean, I guess it's a pinch better than what I have. Stat-wise, it's a little worse, but at least it's Spirit. But I beat that crit. Okay, so that's meh. Not worth it for anything, really. The breastplate, I mean, you look at those resistances. This is across the board. I mean, sure, they're high levels of resistance, and you can, on use, do magical damage, but, I mean, mine right now is a pretty high Spirit. So it's like a 30 point with a 300. About the same level of armor. And it's... 18 points higher. with that use of item, but I'd be trading all that spirit for resistances, which is like, I'm not going to go out of my way to build that. The green dragon scale breastplate is better because that's like, this is across the board. And if I get 2 in the set, the mana per second is nice. And then the mana continuation while casting is pretty solid too, although you feel like maybe that's just going to add up to like a little bit more mana regen. So it's pretty good though. And you pair it with one of these, which is my current pants are still lame. So like 20, that's 27. This would be better than that. So these pants would go with it, and that's pretty nice set. And then the gauntlets, yeah, these are better gauntlets that I would have. So this green dragon scale set is pretty solid. Okay, the blue dragon scale set then is all intellect, little spirit, so not too bad. Resistances, and then the damage and healing, if you have all 3, is pretty nice. So intellect, it focuses more on the intellect than the spirit, but it's still pretty solid. And that's generally across the board. The pants look like they're the best. And then the resistances is meh, but the healing is pretty good. And then the black set, that's just straight attack power. It has a higher armor, but it's stamina and fire resistance. Chance to hit and chance to crit are really high. So they're pretty cool. But, like, who's wearing this, you know? Who is a male wearing... You might get some people that are interested in wearing this set like a warrior or a hunter. There's only 2 that you might see. Maybe a Ret Pally. And then, so those are whatever. And you have this 1 red dragon scale, which is pretty good. It's an armor with a 66 healing upgrade. That's pretty good. 434 and 12 fire resistance, but that healing is just really good. Whereas this one is that mana per second with a lot better stats. So those are okay. These chromatic, now this is be okay. I take these off. I take the green dragonflight stuff off. So I lose my 3 mana per second. Let's say I put this on. I'm going to go up to 4 mana per second. But and I'll lose the 15% mana regeneration, but this is still 4 mana per 5 seconds. That's so pretty decent. And the stats are so good. 15, 18, and 9. This is way better. Then I can pair them with this gauntlets. That's across the board. It's resistances, attack power, crit. So that's meh. As my gloves, it actually wouldn't be that good. Be better to have the blue set of gloves. Well, that only gives me resistances. Shoulders. What is my blue? Leggings, shoulders, breastplate. Yeah. And then the boots. Oh, that's part of the black set. Yeah, that's just offense. They're not very good. Okay, so the blue set's pretty solid. The green set's pretty solid. And then towards the end, these gauntlets are okay, but the dream skill. So the purples are just meh. But they have a couple pretty decent sets in the middle. And if I wanted to focus on like having an offensive set, they have some pretty good offensive when I'm not a healer, you know, set. Okay, why are we here? Oh yeah, we have to go get those mushrooms. All right, so this is okay. Elemental, we've already said we're going to shirk, but now let's say we go to tribal. Well, first of all, Wolf's Head Helm, lame for me, but so good for power shifting on my feral that I would 100% be giving that, making one and giving it to my dude, my girl. The feathered breastplate is just a leather chest. I think I already have the recipe right here. Tribal, what iron feather breastplate is what I have. So there's another perk. I already have one of the recipes. So that's also good. Those gloves are lame. Iron Feather Shoulders is part of that set, which does give me 20. It's good. It is bad for stats, for armor overall. but it would certainly be part of... Oh, I can sell that. That needs to be down here. It could certainly be part of like a greater healing set that I had. The boots are lame. The Warbear harness, lame. Chimeric boots, chimeric leggings, frost... So all of that is lame. Those, they don't really do anything for me. So the Iron Feather breastplate, which is a 40 point with 16 points of armor. So 30 with 30. So altogether, stat-wise, it's a little bit worse. Except for the fact that if I had both, I'd get those, that healing, that would push it over the top. So that's pretty solid. And then you put the shoulders, again, the shoulders are leather. That's going to be 28 with an 11. And this is 21 with 20. So that's 39. This is 41. So it's a little bit, but when you add the healing in, it supersedes it. Okay. So they are right there, but that just goes to show how close they are. Now, the Devil Sword gauntlets, I'm not going to make them for myself. They're all attack. Corehound boots, meh. Frost Saber, that's all lame. It's the Devil Sword set that really, it's not for me, but people, I might be able to make some gold from people wanting that set. Particularly rogues, maybe some feral druids. So that could be more things where there's some potential for that. So far, though, all we're talking about is being able to make my druid the helmet, and then being able to make some stuff to potentially earn gold. But then you look at the Corehound belt, that is an amazing healing belt. It's freaking crazy good. All right, here's the lake where we need to get the mushrooms. Okay, so here's one of them. I want to actually get 2 of them because I do want to eat one. I didn't show you guys last time what happens if you eat one. Because if you pick it up in the thing, it says, "Don't eat me." If we do, it gave me poison. So don't. And also now we lost our quest item. So it says don't eat you, and you should listen to it. It's not for eating. All right, so I'm really on the fence. I kind of like the idea of... Oh, gosh. What should... Wait. Oh, I have it. It's not counting it as being done, but we do have it. All right, now we'll walk back. So do I want the one where I could sell more money and I get an amazing, just about best in slot, pre-raid best in slot for my helmet and my back? Okay, it says Hide of the Wild is best in slot for basically any healer. Any and all healers, it's just best in slot. So one way or another, I'm going to wish I had it. Wolf's Head Helm is the best in slot for failed druids forever. And then just the Corehound belt is just solid. And then, of course, the Devil Sword stuff are pre-raid best in slot, so they're very sellable. You look at the Dragon Scale, says fire resistance, blah, blah, blah. They just really talk about the extra damage you can get with it. Let's look at classic Resto Shaman stat priority. How good? So Oh, mana every 5 seconds is the highest. So more mana. Yeah, see, I like that. All right, that's it. I'm going to do it. I'm going against the grain. It's going to be a crazy decision. People, you guys can pan me and tell me I'm an idiot. But I think for fun and just for the fact that I'll be in the minority, I'm going to go with this I'm going to go with the dragon scale leatherworking. Gonna do it. So we'll start working on that wherever we can. We're going to need some money. Let's just look at that quest and see. So now we're going to actually fly down to the Badlands to get that quest on the way down. It says we will need 2 tough scorpion breastplates, 2 tough scorpion gloves, and 10 worn dragon scales. So 2 tough scorpion breastplates and 2 tough scorpion gloves. Do I have those recipes? Breastplates, I have. Where do you get the tough scorpion gloves? Oh, that's not. Really? That's what it is? Tough scorpion gloves? Thinks I don't have that recipe. Okay, so I need that. Tough scorpion gloves. Pattern. Okay. So basically it's just RNG on the Waste Wander. Alright, so I would look for, rather than doing anything crazy, we'll look at, well, let's just pre-pick this out. You know what? Rather than doing this, we're going to go to... I want to have the quest done. Alright, whatever. Whatever. Okay, we're going to fly down and get the quest. There's no good way to do it. And then we'll just turn it in at some other time. So we're going to fly down to Kargath. Yeah, we're just screwing around on this episode. Alright. So let's look up now classic leatherworking guide. And let's just see what it says if I go to dragons. Okay, so we're going to go dragon scale. Doesn't really, just tells me where the trainers are at. Doesn't matter though. They're basically saying don't use that to level up. You just want to find some of this other stuff. Wicked leather. Wickedly leather. Yeah, we'll just level up however we can. So now I want to find where these recipes are sold. Dragon scale leatherworking. Let's just look it up. Recipes. Where's that? I wish I could look at that list. I was just looking at... Okay. That's it. It doesn't really say. Waste Wander Thief. And we might be able to buy them in the auction house. We shall see. All right. Classic choice. Let's go back there because that had, yeah, there we go. This had the list. So if we are looking, I'm going to go there just for fun. What about this? Where do you get the Dragon Scale gauntlets from? It is taught by, oh, gotcha. He teaches, so this guy will teach it to you in the Badlands. Dragon Scale gauntlets. So he'll teach you a couple things, so that's good. So he'll teach us those. Don't really care about it. What about the green breastplate? This is not taught by. I clicked the wrong thing. I should be clicking this. it is found. Oh, you can buy it from a dude in the Swamp of Sorrows. But that also means that this right here, this iron feather breastplate, I could auction house this thing, I guess, because now I'm not going to be needing it. I need to continue to raise my leatherworking as well. Okay. All right, at least I made a decision. It might not be the best one, but screw it. All those. I think this is all of these. I don't even know what those are for. Oh, Blackrock Depths, a lot of them. Yeah. So Kargath is like a set for that. Okay, after we pick this quest up, we're not going to have the stuff to take it out yet. We are then going to go down to... We're going to keep on flying down. We're going to keep flying down to... Booty Bay, where we will turn in our chicken quest and pick up the Tran'rek breadcrumb. Then we're going to go over to Ratchet via the boat, and we're going to fly from Ratchet down to Blackwater and go turn in Tabetha's task and pick up Tiara of the Deep. Then we're going to go back up, and we're going to fly over to Thunderbluff and turn in the cloth quest that we have. Then we're going to fly down to Feralis and do our leatherworking, all before finally returning back and picking up the rest of the quests in Gadgetzan for Zul'Farrak, and going up to pick up Gazrilla, walking back. And then hopefully we are in good shape. So where are we at with leatherworking? First of all, we're at 247. We have a lot of hides. I don't have the wild vine, unfortunately, or that. So it's going to be the nightscape is... These nightscape pants look like they're going to be the main ones for us. We do need these tough scorpid, what is it? Whatever the quest gives us, we're going to need those. So we're also going to check the auction house. When we're back at one of the capitals. Because we will gain 4 points just building, or some points, maybe not 4, but we'll need to get some Scorpid scales, otherwise we're going to be grinding the freaking heck out of them. So I guess we're going to look and see how much Scorpid scales cost. So I have these 11, but that's it. And we're going to need that and however much the breastplate, the gloves cost. So we're going to check all that in the auction house. In worst case scenario, we're going to be going and extending this one more episode because we're going to be going and grinding in the desert. We'll be able to know the answer to that mystery before we even decide to fly out to Feralis or not. So when we hit up Thunder Bluff, now we have a choice. I guess I don't have to fly all the way down there. Could instead, yeah, I still think it's the best. I'm trying to do the math, like, or should I hearth over and go to Orgrimmar and then fly down from Orgrimmar to there, or to Ratchet, then back? Yeah, it's just, I don't really think that it's much better. I think we might as well just go here and continue flying. Alright, so we're going to pick up Dragon Scale Leatherworking. I'm going to add this to our thing. And once we get it, I'd like to be able to travel around the world and pick up some of these things, these recipes, but that could be for another day. Like this green, this is sold by this dude. In the Swamp of Sorrows. Cool. Okay. Then this is also sold by... Oh, this drops off of someone in Temple of Atel Hakar. So, Sunken Temple. Oh, wait a minute. I actually should look at that last one. This is the Green Dragon Scale Leggings. It's created by... Dang it, did I click the wrong thing? Okay, oh, it's taught by. Oh, it's taught by that. What? It's taught by this pattern. This pattern is dropped by... Drops off the Mercworm. Only drops off the Mercworm. Go in, go down this, kill Mercworms. When they're dead, leave, reset. After killing 35, you have a 50-50 chance. Whatever, okay. Alright, so there will be a time when we do this for fun, where we just start, on a different episode, where we start hunting down. Look at that buzzard that's like trapped right there.
Your stench will attract every dragon for miles. Tell me what you want, and quickly.
Dragon scale leatherworking.
Dragon scale leatherworking isn't easy, but it's extremely rewarding. I'll teach you how to make this fine mail armor, but only if you agree to certain conditions. By choosing this path, you agree never to learn elemental or tribal leatherworking. There is only room for one of the three at the apex of the craft. Furthermore, I'll need some samples of your best work involving scorpid armor. Finally, I'll need proof of your ability to acquire the staple of the trade, Scales of the Dragonkin.
Okay, Scales of the Dragonkin? Where the heck are you getting those at? Oh. Right there? Those dudes are like elite. Is that the only place? Are you kidding me? That's it? You have to fight elite dragons? Okay, let's look at this quest. It's called Dragon Scale Leatherworking. There's got to be a other place that you can get it by spelled leatherworking world. Let's see what people say. Yeah, these worn dragon scales. Oh, I've gotten those before, so that's cap. Yeah, they're dropped by... The percent goes down. Looks like mostly elites. But well, yeah, look, the Scalebane, they have... Oh, they almost never drop it. Crud. What do people say? Alright, let me... Before we research this, might as well get back on the flight path instead of just sitting here doing nothing. Get walking over there, because now we're going to have to fly down to... I mean, why would... I would imagine they would appear on some of those guys in Lethlor Ravine. I feel like I've had them before. So... Like, look at... Where's Badlands? Let's look at some of the Badlands stuff. Yeah, the Scorched Guardian, those 43 elites, but it says they have a 0.3% drop rate. That's butt cheeks. Okay, what do people say? The Whelps in the Badlands. Easy level, low armor. Gotcha. Den of Flame and Dustwallow. 10 after an hour. And you can skin 2 from a corpse. So there you go. So they're giving you... There's plenty of other options. So when we go to Dustwallow, for instance, the Den of Flame... Where that is down. Oh yeah, there it was. So the mobs out there, they said. That's a good. People have liked this one. So we're gonna have to, before we go committing to anything like that, we just have to look at. So this people says go ahead and do it over there by the little whelps, just because even though the drop rate is low, they're easy to kill. Den of Flame, this guy says average 10 after an hour or so. We need the 10, so they're saying it'll take us about an hour, which we won't do it today. I don't know what this guy's talking about. Scorched Guardians. 2 freaking years. I mean, I've had them before. This guy says it took 5.5 hours to get to 10. Sprite darters. This guy says in an hour and a half he got 4 scales. So it's also just good though for farming the actual leather. That's the other piece, is you'll get better leather from it. So that's worth considering too.
Where would you like
All right, now we're gonna fly down to Booty Bay. Okay, so we made a decision. I don't know how great that decision is going to be in the long run, but it is what it is. And we're continuing. We're slowly making our way down. It's taken almost an hour of our time here. We might, there might be some times when we actually work towards Tanaris finishing too. Let's look at our spreadsheet wherever we were at. So March of the Silithid is what we picked up, and then we went to Undercity and we completed Return to Apothecary Zinge. So we actually have slowly been doing quests. Now we're going to go do this one. That's where we're at. We're also going to work on some of these Zul'Farrak quests, the ones that we can do. We picked up Sprinkle's secret ingredient, and we just have a little bit more here. We actually did turn in Tuga's quest last time. I just didn't check it off. I didn't check off the picking up or the turning in. That was before we did this last. This is when we did this Thirsty Goblin. So we need to insert a cell here. Yeah, we picked up and turned in Tuga's quest. I forgot to even mark that one off. And that just means it didn't get covered in the sheet, but it was there. And that's what we just picked up. So these, we still have to do the Ungoro. Some of this stuff's going to get done right now. It's basically all done. It's really just this Ungoro crap that we need to do. There's 3 quests. We're going to need to do Super Sticky Tar, or I guess 2 quests. Super Sticky Tar, and then the Pawn Captures Queen thing. There might be a exploration first. And while we're doing that, we're going to need to hopefully get some help to do it. So after this, we're taking the boat over to Ratchet. Let's reconvene where we're at. And then taking another quick flight down to Dustwallow to pick up Tabetha's Task and the Tiara of the Deep. Then we're going to walk back here and fly back to Thunder Bluff. And at Thunder Bluff, we're going to check our auction house for our leatherworking. And then possibly for some Scorpid scales. See what the price rating is on that. I don't want to spend too much. We're sitting at needing 23,000 XP right now. And I might just not want to work on the leatherworking just because of where we're at for today. We might do an episode tomorrow if we don't quite finish this today because of me screwing around, where tomorrow I wrap up the zone and we do a bunch of leatherworking stuff. So it might be a little bit more of a boring episode. My apologies, but it should still progress us forward. And if we can't afford the different things, or they're not for sale, then what we're going to do is we'll be spending some time grinding. We'll kill a bunch of all the waste wonder thieves we can find for that recipe. And then we will just skin the heck, kill and skin Scorpids, just go crazy with that. We know we're going to need 13 more Scorpid scales, and we're going to need double whatever comes from the... Let's just guess somewhere around 8 each. So we're probably going to altogether need around 40. We have 11. So 29 more. All right. We have the thick leather. We're fine on that. We can build some more thick leather, right? I have some. Yeah, I can get 5 more if we had to. What else? I forgot. I just had something else that I was just thinking of. Maybe, I don't know that we're going to quite, by the time we get to Thunder Bluff, actually have the XP needed to have leveled up, which is a little bit of a bummer because I love those powers. Just getting blown up. I have this mail merge that I sent and to thousands of people. And you know what happens, I'm sure. If anybody, well, I don't know if you know, but anytime you do that, you're bound to get some that the database doesn't have right, that the mailbox is full, that the people, that I don't know if anyone ever deactivates an email or not, but perhaps that does, or maybe they have their email on block or whatever. You can get emails with email boxes full. I guess if one's so old and you stopped using it and just so much spam filled up to where it's got thousands, I guess it could block it. Whatever. Or there's a typo in the email and that email doesn't actually really exist. So, but the system will keep trying every so many hours to hit some of these emails up. And I try my best to go. I keep them because I'll get a notification from the mailing system. But then I've got to go back and take those people out of the database, take those emails out so that this doesn't happen next time. But then it depends, you know, I don't know. Blah, 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 blah. So I think, yeah, I don't know. I'm still on the fence about not knowing for sure how long this is going to take us and whether we're going to succeed. I would like to, I'm going to go ahead and say that now it probably will be a little off, but we'll do one more episode of this tomorrow, but where we're also making sure everything is set up for Zul'Farrak. So we're kind of doing that today. Making sure everything is set up for leatherworking. We're kind of doing that today. So a lot of this stuff is just today, and tomorrow's mission is going to be light on the lore, but it's heavy on the infrastructure. We'll have some fishing we'll have to do. So getting this character ready to roll. We might even pop over tomorrow and make sure our paladin also, we didn't check her fishing, I don't think. So something to look at. All right, so let's go in here and talk to Tran'rek. This is just a breadcrumb, nothing, probably worth 100 XP or some crap like that at this point. Where is he at? Where's the good old Tran'rek? He's below, maybe? No. It probably doesn't really have a exclamation above his head anymore. Oh, I think I went down one too far. There you go, somewhere here. There he is.
My cousin Tran'rek is in a tight spot. He promised me a load of scarab shells weeks ago, and he hasn't delivered. He's my cousin, so I'd hate to have to send someone to Gadgetson to break something on him. Can you speak to Tran'rek for me? Let him know he needs to get that delivery together before I do something rash. Gadgetson is in northern Tanaris in Kalindor.
Okay, we've done that breadcrumb before. This is a breadcrumb. It's just one of those things, though. You'll make the quest. The quest will get ruined if you don't go take care of it. Oh, the boat is here, but there's nothing we can do. We need this.
Hey, well, if it isn't adventurer, it's good to see
Okay,
you again.
we've read that before.
Oh, you're the great savior of UX17TN. I cannot even begin to express my thanks for your assistance. My homing robot series needs more developing, but your recovery has saved me countless hours of rebuilding time, as well as many gold pieces in rebinding costs. Please, take your choice of any of these items I have. Hopefully, you will make good use of one of them. Thank you again for your generous assistance. My robots and I are in your debt.
Okay, so that was pretty good. We gained... it's leaving right now. We gained 5,400 XP for that, so we're down to needing 18,000 XP, and now we have 2 of 3 chickens turned in. We're not going to be using that shield. It's useless. We're going to be selling it. I guess we'll fish for a minute while we're sitting right here. Just to kill the time, because we're going to need to fish on this character soon. She's going to level up soon, like I said, in 18k XP. I don't think we're going to get a lot turned in soon because we have March of the Silithid. I don't think that's going to be worth a lot. We have Tran'rek. We have this secret ingredient. I don't know why it's not triggering that we have it, but we do. So that will be able to turn in, and there's a couple back and forths. So we're going to be really close, probably at least around somewhere around 10k once we turn it all in. Most of these fish we're going to just sell also. We'll also get some XP for turning in the rune cloth. Get 3,000 or whatever XP for that. But, you know, even if we get like a point as we wait, that'll be good. That'll just save us time later on the next episode since we are waiting anyway and we are about to need that. I can't wait till we're maxed out on fishing. That'll be nice too, to only have to fish for either quests or something. Competition, if we end up trying to do those, we are going to try to do them. We're going to try to do it. Like I said, we're going to try to do every single quest in the game. Almost missed it. Okay. Geez, so we are sitting in at an hour-ish right now. Probably just a little over halfway through the episode. Still have not finished. We've done all of our Eastern Kingdoms travels. That's pretty good. I think this Dragon Scale leatherworking is just interesting. Interesting that we can work on this. I need to get... before we make any gear for ourselves or anything like that, it really is going to become... We're going to need to work on... Well, now I'm going to post this Iron Feather breastplate. Now that we're not going that way, you know, it's kind of neat. I'm posting that pattern in the auction house. Post, you know, we haven't even 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 8. Oh, that's a stone scale eel swarm. I should just go fish right there, too, because actually, who cares? I'll save it for people that actually want it. All right, we gained 1 point. So next time we do this, that took 9 casts, but that will help us. I would like to, I mean, if I'm trying to get ourselves onto better gear, I still need a better belt. Still rocking a leather belt right now. I need better pants. That's pretty much it. I mean, of course, we need better everything, but those are the only two that are really keeping me from being in full mail gear. Those Trip Runner dungarees, which I think you get from completing Gnomeregan, are so freaking good that we just haven't found any better. They have 27 points of stats added on at such a low level item. 18 agility is so good, combined with whatever. And then this 20-point belt we found is just, we just haven't found a better belt. Not that they don't exist, we just haven't found them. Which means I know I've seen a couple pairs of leather pants. We just haven't found better ones ourselves. Okay, the boat has rolled up. We're going to get on the boat and then fish off the side of the boat too. And 1, 2, 3. We've gotten 6 casts. So, you know, we should probably be able to get 3 more before it rolls up. And that will mean that we've gained 2 out of the 5 points we would need to get at level 54. Cool for us. I mean, imagine every time you miss, if you just did this, that's really what you should do, is every time you're stuck waiting for a boat or a boat. Just get the fishing in, you'll slowly get there. I mean, I guess you probably want lures, or you want to do it in places where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, this is 8 I've done, so probably I can get my... I did get a 9th. It did not level me out, so we're in that 9 to 10 range as we get into the end of the game here. So hopefully before the boat leaves, I can get this one off. I should be able to. Got it. All right, so we gained 2 points in waiting, and now the boat is leaving. And the Rock Pounder, this is just a, I mean, it's a pretty strong weapon. 5 strength, 2% crit, so that's like 20 points, man. I heavily weight that. When you have like percent to hit, percent to crit, percent to dodge, I usually weight that with like 10 times the weight. Whereas armor, it's the opposite. I normally weight it 1/10. So I would count this mail as being about 30 points, 31 points of armor value. With this character where I try to just do like a best in slot across the board. Yeah, three more levels of just weird. All right, so now we're in Ratchet. Well, we're about to be. And what are we doing here? Just a flight path down to Brackenwall. I'm not going to spend an hour with Dragon Scales right now. And like they said, like, yeah, you can go farm for war. If I would have known Worn Dragon Scales were like a thing, holy cow, I would have saved it. I had no idea that they were going to be... Well, I didn't even know I was going to go the Dragon Scale route. We can look and see how much they cost when we're at the auction house. But we got to save at least half of our gold. For leveling up purposes. We're also going to be doing Searing Gorge too, so really I don't want to spend that much gold. Like, I don't want to spend these massive prices. Sergeant Fall. This person has spelled healer wrong on their macro and just in a way that is egregious. Alright, so we can look a little bit. We got some traveling to do, so let's look at some of our class quests. Actually, let's fix this spreadsheet first, too. We did a profession quest here. So we are now going over to leatherworking. And we did this. It's just one quest. We picked that one up. And we did Dragon Scale, and people are going to be like, what? Why would you pick that up? I know. I'm crazy. You so crazy, Gleekon. You asked this man. I can't. Alright, so this one is more setting up the Zul'Farrak. Actually, we should put that on the quest line too. I felt like we did one other thing. Let's put those on there. So we did Tran'rek. We picked that up. This is going to be our Zul'Farrak. Thanks. Quest line. We'll just add a few here. Let's go ahead and add 3 to the right also. Oh. Yeah, whatever. I mean, I'm going to add a few more to the right. Okay, just setting up the sheet. We also did the chicken one. The OOX. So now the chicken one was the lowest one we had, lowest level, and that one is now done. Cool. So what's next is continuing the secret ingredient. Yep, we're going to be turning that stuff in soon, but we're actually next going to be doing this Tabetha's task and then picking up Tiara of the Deep. So That will be the next one. We are still not even making our way through there. But what I was going to do is now look at the class quests. So I think we talked about... Now I skipped over... I believe we talked... Yeah, we talked about the mage ones. We've talked about druid. We've talked about hunter. We talked about mage. Paladin, we're going to skip because we're going to do that one on camera with our actual paladin. But we can look at the Sunken Temple level 50 priest quests. So we have priest, rogue. We're going to skip shaman, warlock, warrior. So we've done 3. We have 4 more that we're going to cover. So let's look at Cenarian Aid. And just check that quest out. This is the priest, level 50. I will eventually take you to Sunken Temple questline. So you can start it at Brother Joshua in Stormwind, High Priest Rohan in Ironforge. You are not going to be able to start it in the Night Elf land. I don't know why you just can't even start it there, even though there are priests of the Night Elves. And Urkaio in Orgrimmar, which again, why would you not be able to start it in Undercity when they have priests there? I don't know. No, not starting in Thunder Bluff, that makes a little more sense. The main quest goal is to just go to Ajara and do Ogting. So this is another Ajara one. So the mage quest line wanted you to go to Ajara. The hunter quest line wanted you to go to Ajara. And the druid quest line wanted you to go to Ungoro. That's what we've covered so far, those 3. And I've done 2 or 3 of those off camera. The Paladin, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it sends you to Western Plaguelands. So that when we do that one. And Shaman, I'm not sure either. I guess we'll have to look and see, but I also think maybe that one is Ajara. Ajara is a common place for the class quest. Maybe they just felt like it was underused. Either way, it will say from all of them, it is the way of the divine to help those in need. The how is insignificant, only the why matters, very Yoda-esque. The Cenarian Circle has such a need. Speak with Og Tink to lend aid to their plight. He resides atop the cliffs to the northeast of the ruins of Eldrath in Ajara, up there. So that's kind of nearer. It's right around. The mages are up there. The hunters right around there. So it's right around the same. In the bay. When you get to him, he says, your arrival has lifted a great weight from my shoulders. We have much to do. You look at who Og Tink is. Oh, it's a Furbolg. So that's interesting. I think maybe the hunter would go there too. And that opens up the second quest, which is called Of Coursers We Know. Of Coursers We Know. A courser's a courser. Of courser. Of courser. No. Try again.
Light, your errand must mean much, adventurer, to draw you so deep into the marsh. That's right. I do have a bone to pick with a troll. A few bones. All her bones. Want to help me?
Yeah, we read this one recently. Tabetha's Task. Okay, so quest walkthrough. Going here to pick up Tabetha's Task. We're now turning it in. Okay, and we are completing that one. It's going to be checked off, and this is going to allow us to pick up Tiara of the Deep. If you notice, we have that on both our accounts too.
Long ago I possessed a beautiful
200 XP.
The Tiara of the Deep. And not only was it pretty, it held great power for those with the knowledge to use it. So when word of the tiara reached the hydromancer Velratha, she had to have it. She sent agents to my home, and they stole it while I was away. The thieves. I want my tiara back. Go to Zul'Farrak, the troll city in Tanaris. Find Velratha and wrench the tiara from her. Return it to me, and you'll earn my favor.
Okay, those are bad rewards. That we will not be benefiting from Tiara of the Deep from those rewards. Okay. So, going back to where we were at, the goal of this is to acquire 4 healthy courser glands. Now remember, for the hunters, we wanted to kill the coursers for their horns. So now we're really having some overlap because we're killing the same mobs. Bring them to Ogtink and Ajara, that dude that resides in the cliffs northeast of Eldorath. So it says the Mosshoof coursers of Ajara are magnificent animals who once lived in Felwood. Weird. So there's a connection between Felwood and Ajara. That's interesting. They naturally resist disease and poison and were unaffected by the corruption there. In their ancestral wisdom, they simply chose to leave that sickened place. Huh. That's interesting. It saddens my heart, but I must ask you to hunt these mighty beasts for me. Gather 4 coarser glands as the first ingredient for a restorative salve. A salve we will use to heal Felwood. So that's cool. So the goal of this is to heal Felwood. You have returned. Were you successful? It is good the divine path has led you to us, priest. Your beliefs do not interfere with the tasks involved in creating this salve. You see, the courser is sacred to the Cenarian circle, and killing them for any reason, no matter how necessary, weakens their spirit. It's interesting that it's the Cenarian circle that wants us to do this, and that's who we're working for our priest class quest. Really, the final class quest that is not tied to, like, epic gear or whatever. All right, we're back, and we can now fly. Oh, we're getting closer and closer. Okay, now we need to go from here to Thunder Bluff, because we have to turn in our rune cloth. We are really traveling around the world doing all this stuff. Yes, we are. After here, we're going to maybe go to Feralis. I kind of want to, but we're going to really check it out. Okay, so this next one's called the Ichor of Undeath. To acquire an Ichor of Undeath for Ogtink and Ajara, Ogtink resides. Now, Ichor of Undeath, you can actually buy those in the auction house. So, for this restorative salve, you must use a simple formula. 1 part poison, 2 parts cure. You have acquired 1 cure. Now you must gather the poison. Powerful undead, such as the lingering highborn who wander the ruins of Eldorath, are sometimes so infused with evil that it coalesces into a sickly greenish goo. To the living, this substance is known as Ichor of Undeath. Due to the potency of this vile element, I require only a single Ichor. So if you are playing a priest, save 1 Ichor in your bag somewhere. Save you time later. You must obtain the Ichor quickly. Have you found it? I cannot say I am pleased to receive such a wretched substance, but it is a necessary evil. Thank you. And you can get it, I guess, anywhere, but there are ghosts throughout here. And the final quest is called the Blood of Morphaz. Kill Morphaz in the sunken temple of Atel-Hakar and return his blood to Greta Mosshoof in Felwood. The entrance to the sunken temple can be found in the Swamp of Sorrows. So again, this is very similar. It's almost like lazy how they have just reskinned, really, a lot of the other class quests. So the quest starts in Ajara and ends in Felwood. Oh, so at the very end, you're going to be turning this in Felwood, so that's one difference. Now the last part, the second cure. The green drake Morphaz is known to be immune to all forms of poison and disease. Many druids died to bring us this information. There's no doubt his blood is potent for our needs. A courier from the Cenarian Circle will take the parts you have already collected while you gather the last. Summon your allies and seek out the drake's lair in the sunken temple of Atel-Hakar. Bring his blood to Greta Mosshoof in Felwood. And she says, do you have the blood of Morphaz? You have slain Morphaz and carried his blood to us. I can hardly believe this good news. We will combine the ingredients at once and begin healing the trees and creatures of Felwood. It takes a lifetime to undo what has happened here, but you've given us the means to do it. And Psych, I don't think it's healed to this day. Now, you can then gain the Blessed Prayer Beads, which is a trinket on use, will increase your heals for 20 seconds by 190 with a 2-minute cooldown. So out of 100, so 1/6 of the time you can have a 190 healing boost, which is essentially equivalent to a 31 point healing boost. If you divide that by 6. So yeah, like a 32 point boost to healing on a trinket. It's just more strategically used. It's actually a little worse than just a flat 30 point. But okay. The Woe Stave is a 3 stamina shadow damage boosting wand. Oh, that's actually pretty dang good. If you're a Shadow Priest, that's really great. And then the Circle of Hope is a shadow resistance crit chance of your holy spells ring. What do people say? Many druids died to bring us a Star Wars reference. If you're leveling as a Shadow Priest, Shadow Wand is great. Yeah, these are made for leveling, not endgame. Yeah, so that's pretty dope. So this is great for a Shadow Priest. All right, so let's go. Now we are going to go turn in the cloth up here, the Mage Weave. This will be our last Mage Weave donation. Now we can get back to using our Mage Weave for first aid. We're also going to check the auction house since we're in a capital city right now.
Hail, sister. I'd like a moment of your time, if I may.
Yeah.
We Tauren have endured much.
No, I'm good, I'm good.
Go in peace.
Mage Weave is running low, and we could use your help to replenish our stocks. By counting on the community as a whole, we would only need a donation of 60 pieces of Mage Weave cloth from you to enable us to reach our goal. Such generosity would not go unnoticed by Thunder Bluff, I assure you. If you have the 60 pieces of Mage Weave cloth on you and are ready to donate them, I'm able to take them from you now.
Wonderful. We thank you for your generous donation, adventurer.
Fantastic. We are now 14k shy. This is also the little leather working area. Isn't that nice? So we can fart around with some leather working if we want. And let's see, what can I do? I can make some heavy Mage Weave. Just to slowly work on that. Just a little bit of silver. Okay. Cool. Alright, now we need... I don't think I can actually do anything in terms of, like, artisan leatherworking or whatever. Yeah, her. I'm pretty sure she's...
Well, even my talents have a limit, and you have reached it. Congratulations, adventurer.
Okay, let's find the auction house.
Camp Mojace in Feralis. The Tauren Harana Ironhide lives there. She is renowned for her skill.
Oh, I love Harana Ironhide. Alright, so first let's find out if we have tough scorpid gloves as a recipe. 1 gold. Yes, I will buy it. I think if people realize, maybe it's just because nobody cares about dragon scale leatherworking. But I will buy these faux show. So that's step 1. And it only costs a gold. I'll take it. Perfect. Okay, learn that. Now let's see what we need for this stuff. We are going to need, going down to mail, we need 16, right, I was right about that. And what is it, breastplate? So we need 16, so basically we need a total of 40, so I need 29 scorpid scales. Can I buy scorpid scales? Let's see if those bad boys are for sale. No? Maybe I have to have it only single. Yeah. There's 8 for sale for 33 silver. It's not too bad. But that's it. I can't have more. So we are going to be stuck going to the desert to get the rest of our scorpion scales. At least I've shrunken our time some. Oops, wrong person. I'm now neutral with the Frostwolf clan.
Honor and renown to be had in Alterac Valley at this time. Will you join our fight against the Stormpike Guard?
So I need 21 scorpion scales. There's not a lot we can do about it. And altogether I'm gonna need I'd rather do all of this before I... So we're not going to go to Feralis now. We are going to now go the rest of the way down to... Oh, we can post on the... Actually, I want to put... We can put this iron feather recipe in the auction house. Otherwise, I'm going to sell it. Because... Who needs it?
How may I aid you?
Let's post an auction here. Let's do this iron feather. Actually, I want to look up and see. Does anybody... Iron feather. Oh, people already have it posted. I gotcha. Alright, so I'll go ahead and put one on there too. It's a gold. No, my deposit's only 33, so I'm just going to go with 21 gold. I'm going to undercut the people on the auction house. They'll love that. Okay. And maybe someone will buy it, maybe not. We will see. It's better than just, you know, keeping it or whatever. Because now that I'm not going down that path, I want to be able to get these things out of my inventory. But I don't. We need 21 more scorpion scales. Stinker. Alright, so into gadgets, and we go.
When mounted on the back of a wind rider, one sees that its reputation for strength and speed is well earned.
So that will be part of what we do next time. At least we got that recipe. Not too shabby. And then, oh, I didn't even look at Worn Dragon scales. I should have checked that out. Too late. Too late. That's a bummer. Because I'm sure people can sell them on that, but gosh, if they're that expensive, like maybe I would, if to save yourself an hour or two, I would maybe save the 10. I'd spend 10 gold or whatever on them, but not much more than that. That's a lot. Now the gloves I did because that's straight pure RNG. You just don't know how. We could get terrible luck on that. We should be able to start leveling also better with this rugged leather. The thick leather we are in need of, but... Alright, so the scorpion scales, that is what it is. We need that. We're flying down here. Oh, and that was it, I think, for this. Yeah, just looking at the people... They're... Nobody is really talking a lot. Oh, this other person I did want to look at where they're like... 2 of the 3 rewards. The trinket is nice. The cooldown, it's 2 minutes. We already saw. The ring is nice shadow resist and a crit chance for your heals. Yeah, so basically they're saying if you're a Shadow Priest, the wand is awesome. It's not even close. If you're not a Shadow Priest, the other 2 are both interesting. And I agree. Yeah, both pretty neato things. We Do Dungeons is dropping Dragon World buff tomorrow. Tell your friends. What? That's weird. Like there's a whole... thing. All right, so we're going to turn in a little bit. We are at record time. We're sitting at about an hour and a half. Yeah. So we have a little bit more, maybe up to half an hour more on episode time. We're going to do I guess we'll turn in these things, go up there, turn that in, and that'll just leave us with a few minutes. Maybe we will just wrap up our episode today by spending a little bit of time scorpion hunting. And then I'll actually hearth us one more time into the capital and just see what the Worn Dragon Scale situation is. And then what do people say about, let's look up that Worn Dragon Scale one more time. Worn Dragon Scale, and just see what people say. If you look at the comments, so first of all, the drop rate, those are bosses. No, the blue dragon spawn in Ajara, but they're level 50 elites. They have a 3% drop rate, but I feel like if you look down to your first non-elites, the highest level non-elites you have are these nightmare whelps in the Temple of Apothecary. Yeah, so poop on that. Spell Eaters in Winter Spring. It's pretty far to go up to Winter Spring for that. Cobalt Broodlings in Winter Spring. Fireman Scouts and Ashtails and yada yada yada. So that's what people are saying in Dustwallow Marsh. Getting your 10 that way. So we're going to take a peek and just see how much they sell for in terms of gold. At the end of this episode. And we'll keep our eyes open for the Scorpion. We'll just keep ourselves in the capital, actually. And tomorrow's episode, we'll go over, like I said, we'll farm some Scorpion scales. We might be able to do that relatively easily. All right, first let's go up and go get Gazrilla. There's no breadcrumb for this one. Let's just go up and we can check and see. I don't know if there's where you get Scorpion scales from. Can you get them from the dudes up here? Cool. If we could somehow get 21 scales, if the drop rate is, not too shabby on par with the turtles or whatever, maybe even a little better. Probably is on par with that. And then we're just going to be looking at the dragon scale thing and wrapping up the quest. So it seems like we didn't do like this crazy amount, but we really did do a lot of traveling. We got a lot done today. It's inevitably, it was baked in. There was going to be a lot of traveling. There was going to be a lot of time sucked up in that. And then to finally make a commitment to our path on the leatherworking, even if it is, many people would probably argue, the dumbest thing that I've done on this show. That's okay. I think I kind of like the idea of being a niche. Oh, that guy was like chasing me for a second. I thought he was. Alright, we're just coming out here for some Gazrilla action, which will give us a nice trinket too. We can get rid of none of those, but it gives you the carrot on the stick, this little quest line right here.
Help you? Deep in Zul'Farrak, the Sand Troll City in Tanaris, there is a sacred pool. From that pool, the trolls summon a huge beast, Gazrilla. He's so fierce that even his scales crackle with energy. It's that energy I want to harness for my car. Bring me the electrified scale of Gazrilla. But the summoning of Gazrilla is a well-kept secret of the trolls. To face him, you must first wrest the secret from them.
Okay, on it. Alright, so Gazrilla here, we just picked that up. Let's go to our spreadsheet. That one is now added to our list of to-dos. We will kill Gazrilla when we're in there. I don't know, that's like the highest level quest, I think, within that dungeon. But that one's now set up. Okay, we're gonna get to turn in Tran'rek and pick up these other ones. I think I already have the Spider God, right? Yeah. Looked at that last time. That one's done. Prophecy of Mosharu. I've got that one too. Good. So we're going to get to turn that one in and get Scarab Shells, Troll Temper, Divine Amatic Rod. Those will all be picked up. And then that's it. Summoning Shadra. That happens after you complete the Spider God. So this is it. These are the last 3 spells that we're going to pick up right in Gadget Zen itself. And turn these other ones in. And there will then be some quests wanting us to go to Ungoro. I mean, we could start some of that as well. But I just don't really want to right now. Because we're going to also need to, like, seek out help. So I'm going to wait and do that tomorrow. Alright, let's turn in Tran'rek.
Talk to me. Hello. Oh, you spoke to my cousin Tran'rek? How is he? I hope Booty Bay is treating him well. Scarab shells, you say? Well, let me tell you a story. The scarabs of Tanaris have very hard shells. Hard enough to use as a building material for lots of things. So many things. In fact, those shells are so useful. The scarabs were hunted all to near extinction. I know where there are more scarabs, and if you promise to bring me their shells, then I'll tell you where they are. Promise? Okay, the scarabs have a colony in Zul'Farrak. I guess the trolls don't hunt them for their shells, but you can go to Zul'Farrak and get me uncracked shells.
Okay. So, we've completed Tran'rek, and we've picked up scarab shells. Yippee. Bully for us. Fantastic. It's just great. Alright, we're going to also go down and get those two. We're going to get Troll Temper. This is probably the most annoying one, honestly, out of all the quests.
Can I assist you? The Sand Fury trolls of Zul'Farrak make a tempering agent from sandstones. And I can use that to temper the goods I craft. Yes, I can. It is highly prized by connoisseurs, so if you bring me a good supply of the temper, then I'll reward you well. Zul'Farrak is northwest of Gadgetson. Good luck.
Okay, Troll Temper it is. Those trolls have such a temper. Okay, pick that one up. We'll add a few more here. And we have Divinomatic Rod. This is actually a good one. This is probably the toughest quest.
Sergeant Bly stole from me. He said he'd only borrow it, but he stole my cherished Divinomatic Rod. Without that rod, how will I know where to dig new water holes? Find Bly and bring me my rod. I heard he led his band of ill-reputed adventurers to go treasure hunting in Zul'Farrak to the west. I bet you'll find him there. Let's hope the trolls took care of him, because if you have to fight him for the rod, then you're in for a serious fight.
Alright, so these are actually good. So even though this is a leather armor thing, that's a 32 plus 11, so it's like 43 points. And this is 25. That's like 46. So the fact that it's leather under mail drops it down some. Alright, whereas this ring, though, that's just a solid 18. That is better than our Lone Tree Circle. And it's better than our Dragon Claw ring. So 10 stamina, 4 spirit. We'll probably take that. We'll drop it to 5 stamina, so we'll have a 5 stamina drop, and we'll swap out 4 spirit for 13 agility. That's a pretty decent one. I would take that. So this will replace our Dragon Claw ring. We'll take that Fraternity ring. For our general questing purposes. So that is the Divinomatic Rod picked up, and that's all of our Zul'Farrak quests picked up and started now. Alright. So we'll be doing that very soon. Alrighty, so now to come talk to Sprinkle's secret ingredient here.
Under the waters of that lake, it's the only place where the violet dragon can be found. Hope you're good at holding your breath.
That's the stuff, adventurer. It looks so good. I might just... Gotcha.
I already ate one. It wasn't good.
Here's the violet powder, adventurer. Take it to Marin and tell him he owes me a favor.
Okay. Alright, so we just did... Now coming back here. Sprinkle's secret ingredient and delivery for Marin. On the Tanaris point over here. Turn that one in, pick that one up. Okay, let's go right inside the building, 2 feet over, a Lady Gleekon special. Nope, wrong one. That's the Pestle Zug. We'll come back to that in a second. It wasn't a Lady Gleekon special. I lied.
Oh, Gleekin Soul, you're finally back. What have you brought?
Violet powder, eh? Let's give it a try. It sure couldn't make it any worse, that's for sure. Now, to mix this powder in with the dew, come back and talk to me in a minute, after I perfected the fabulous Noggenfogger Elixir.
Okay, he says, I'm gonna mix this carefully. Oops, well, I spilled a little, but it's ready. And then immediately ready to be turned in.
Drink this. It's absolutely wonderful. I knew I had it in me. Oh, thanks again, adventurer, for your help. But please, stand a little to the side, will you? You're blocking my business. I'm going to make millions on the fabulous Noggenfogger Elixir. Millions, what's that? Sprinkle says I owe her a favor? Oh, that's Sprinkle, such a kidder.
Alright, so now we have the famous Noggenfogger Elixir, which... Oh, you can buy it whenever you want. Yeah, that's cool. So you can buy it as much as you want, and I guess it just, like, turns you into a skeleton or something like that. Let's use it once. Oh, it just does random stuff. So, it made me tiny. But I've seen it. It can turn you into a skeleton. I think it can make you float or something like that. It just does rando stuff. Alright, so we did complete delivery for Marin. And then we also picked up and completed Noggenfogger Elixir. Cool for us. So that is all done. So now all we have is this final little stretch of the Silithid questline and going and getting the super sticky.
Time is money, friend. Yes, I gathered that Zilzabin sent you to me. Your experience in fighting these beasties is priceless. No one to my knowledge has ever dealt with their kind before. As for Zil's idea that Ungoro Crater is their heart, perhaps it is. Ungoro is a mysterious and dangerous jungle to the west of here. Perhaps it is also one step closer to figuring out what the Silithid are all about. My research revealed to me that the Silithid are like bees. Destroy the queen of the hive, and the rest of should be thrown into disarray. I'll brew a lure that we'll use to bring out the queen. Once summoned, you'll take her down. First, though, we need some reagents. We don't want you bungling into the jungle unprepared. Go west to find the Silithid hive in Ungoro Crater and obtain a scent gland from one of the bugs. I'll also need some samples of the native Ungoro soil.
Okay. So, first of all, I love this tiny... This is why people love this. Alright. So, actually, I kind of want to do that quest because... Am I going to get big or am I going to stay tiny? Oh my gosh. That is amazing. I'm a tiny... on a tiny Kodo. Alright, now we need these guys right here, so... Actually, I'm coming after the Scorpids because we stinking need them. So as we go through the desert and we start making our way over to Ungoro, we're going to fight any... Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I don't know why this is giving me such pleasure. But we are going to fight the Scorpids we see as we make our way across the desert. And hopefully we get some scales. No scales on that one. And,
Come here. I'm coming for you.
But I would like to complete that because that will allow us to be ready to go. And start fighting. Okay, all we got was a couple heavy leathers so far. Let's see if we can estimate a drop rate. I'm sure we could look it up online, but... Noggenfogger Elixir is amazing. Oh, there's another guy.
Come here, you scorpion. That's bigger than me.
Nice, that was a good hit. Heavy hide. So far we've killed 3. No luck. Making our way down. There's another one. What we're trying to get to is... I mean, if we go over there, we're going to get the... The soil is fine. That's easy. It's the scent glands, yeah, more. So we've killed 4 without luck. This is why these guys are freaking annoying. And why I would ultimately like to buy some more if I can. But I want to level up. That's part of it. Okay. And we're just going to kill whatever scorpions we see on the way down. And hope that we get some scales. Even if I got one more, then that means I'm just like, look, there's one over there. That means I'm just looking for a. Now we're to the tail lasher, so this is the next difficulty level. These guys are actually worth XP, which is good because we are down to 8,500 XP remaining that we need. There's another reason why I want to do this. I want to level before we head back to a capital. Ow. Not cool, bro. Thick hide. Okay, so far no good. It's around 5 or so we've killed. Now, the further south you get in the desert, the better your drop rate on these scales will be. There's another tail lasher. This is that second tier we were at. Okay, so I think this will maybe be the 6th one. I love it when I like auto attack and kill their dead body. Okay, we got a scorpion scale. Thank goodness. We got 1. We're down to needing 20. So it took around 6. That could be good RNG. It could be bad RNG. Too early to tell. There's another. Here is the 3rd tier, the Dune Stalker. More importantly is that we're getting XP from these guys. Gained about 400. 4,500. Yeah, who talks like that? 450. So down to needing 8,000. We still need 8,000. There's another one right there. That was 300. 2 scorpion scales. Heck yeah. Okay, so down to needing 18 scorpion scales. All right, well, that's good. Gives me hope that our hunt for scorpion scales won't be that bad. Thanks. Okay, we got a thick leather that time, not scorpion scales. But that's still okay.
I'm out of range.
Hey, buddy. Come here. Nice. I love that. Flurry is such a nice move. Yeah, these are the Dune Stalkers. They might be the toughest ones. I don't know. I don't know if there's one tier past that or not. Okay, got another Scorpion Scale. Fantastic. So the Dune Stalkers are where it's at. Oh, show. We got more from those Dune Stalkers than we got from like the 8 or so before that we killed of the other 2 tiers. So Dune Stalking is where it's at. So we're gonna have to go down to the southern area to grind out. Won't do it today. Maybe we will. I don't know. We got some life decisions to make because we do want those Warren Dragon scales. We want that. Yeah, we'll have to plan that order of attack next time. I guess we don't really need to go to Feralis yet. There we go. This is more of the Dunestalker. And I'm on the fence about whether or not if we should just hunt these guys, focus on that, or we should go over to the Garishi. I don't want the Garishi, but we might get bad RNG on that and take more time than I planned. So, I don't know. My tininess is going to wear off soon. We need 17. Okay, that one did not do us any favors. Ah, screw it. I guess we'll... Oh, well. I guess we'll just go... I guess we will go over there, because I really do want that one quest done. The Super Sticky can wait, but we can't progress with that last quest in there. Oh, I turned big again. After this fight, I'm gonna... What's that? There's another one. Okay, 2 more Scorpid Scales, so we're down to needing 15. That's great. So this isn't going to be that bad of a grind. We'll be able to get there. Oh, I forgot to use my Noggenfog. Okay. We'll use it. Not get it. See, this time I'm a skeleton. I stopped breathing. Does that mean I can swim underwater? Maybe. I don't see why not. I'm also tiny, though. Yeah, so we have multiple Scorps around here. I'll drink water if I need to. Okay, we got 2 more. See, that's great. That every now and then we're getting 2, so we're down to needing 13. That's so good. So what I think I'll do is we'll go until this Noggenfogger wears out. And then on the next episode, we are going to just start by finishing wherever we're at. Got another one. We're down to needing 12. 12 more Scorps. That's all we need. All we need is 12. 12 more Scorps. 12 more Scorp Scales.
I'm out of range.
Not too shabby. Yeah, so obviously these Dunestalkers, that's where it's at. He did not get one that time. And I'm not that worried about going over. I don't know. I kind of do want to get him. But then we got to make our way back through the desert anyway. So actually, I think we'll go start working in Ungoro. Once I get to Ungoro, I guess I'm gonna mount up here. Okay, we'll go do some killing in this regard because and then what we'll do is as we walk back, we'll make sure that we get the rest of our Scorpid Scales on the way back on tomorrow's episode, and then that will leave us with the potential. We're gonna have to deal with the Dragon Scale one way or another. We'll open up the last quest line, so all we'll have left is the Pawn Captures Queen and the Super Sticky, and then we'll be able to determine when we go to the auction house if we are going to get... I'm not even going to pick up any soil. I'm just going to go straight for the scent gland. We just need 1 Garishi scent gland. The soil is going to come just from the mobs, and any that it doesn't, then we'll hunt some on the way back. Because there's little patches of soil everywhere, but every mob also has a chance of dropping the soil. We might get lucky and just, like, get some of this Garishi, get this Garishi scent gland on the first 1 or 2 kills, and then that's cool. Then we'll be able to go back and maybe get 1 or 2 more. I mean, if we have the best, we have 7 minutes, so just gonna see what we can get, or we might get terrible luck and there is no saving us. We also need 4,000. See, there's a pile of soil. 4,400 XP, but we will get that pretty much from turning in this bungle in the jungle. So I'm not worried about that at all. And we have to kill, we're gonna have to kill a few more. Dodging these Rabosaurs. I don't want to fight them. Get off me. Get off me. Oh, man. Yikes. Okay, I guess I'm... Sounded like he hit my head. Sounded like he bonked me. Bonked my skull. The main reason that I was like, alright, screw it, I'll fight it, is because you're going to get leather. Yep, you're going to get leather out of these bad boys. Also, that chance of the Ungoro soil. So we've done this Garishi scent gland before. We did it on the Alliance character. Not too bad. Oh, these Dimetrodons now, they're starting to become a little... Sorry, we need exactly 4,000 XP. Okay, there's the Reavers. We fought them before. Okay, I'm going to set up totems this time, because we might have to kill a few. So instead of hitting them with the flame, I'm going to focus on... I like that their cleave doesn't hit my totems. That's good. It's pretty nice, because otherwise that would be OP on their part. I don't think you can skin these guys. You couldn't skin the other ones, so... Boom, we got the Garishi scent gland right off the bat. Okay, that's what I was hoping for. Go ahead and do a heal. Okay, so now we're going to just go for the soil that we find. We're going to look for it on the ground as we walk around. I think you can sometimes get more than one. Okay, we have 5 minutes left. Yeah, I just got 3 from that one pile. So we just probably need 1 more pile. And we passed by like 2 or 3 other piles on the way here. Yeah, there's one right there. Okay, this should hopefully get us what we need, and then we'll go back and have a chance for a couple minutes to kill a couple more scorpids. Yeah, we got 4 from that pile, so we have more than enough soil. Not that bad at all. And we got lucky by getting that scent gland on our first kill. So now we're going to take our last few minutes and run back up into the desert and start killing more scorpids. I believe we need 12 more. 12 more scorpid scales. Level 60 mage. These guys aren't that tough. I mean, we're level 53 and we're fine here. We're going to be level 54 by the time we take on the queen, which means we're doing it 2 levels higher than we were when we did it with our paladin. I'm still not confident that we will be able to solo it on our own. So we will put out the, APB or whatever when we start working on it. And hopefully get some takers. So the next episode could go very smoothly. We're pretty much done with everything. If we get lucky and we can buy some Warren Dragon Scales for a non-exorbitant rate, then that's what we're going to do. And then all we need to do is Super Sticky and the Pawn Captures Queen. So it might be a shorter episode because everything else is set up for Zul'Farrak. We are ready to go. Of course, there's a world where it's not that useful, or not that we don't get as lucky. Let's see how we do on the Scorpid killing right now with these last couple minutes. There's another one. Okay. Okay. Maybe we'll get lucky and get, 2-ish more in this time, and so we'll need to get 10 more Scorpid scales, which is obviously, that's going to be quick. Got a rugged leather from that one. That's the Thistle Shrub Valley. We're back outside of that, so we need to kind of go up and around. It's been pretty useful. And this is about right around the time, this is what we did with our Alliance character too, since we chose blacksmithing on that one. We also spent a lot of time in this kind of neck of the level, you know, right, this Tanaris set. It's partly why it took us so many episodes too, is we were working on the blacksmithing. There's another Dune Stalker. Nice. Nice juicy hit. Love those. See what we get. Fingies crossed. Nope, we got a thick leather. That's okay, guys. What are we at? We need 2,300 XP. That will definitely get that from turning in the quest. Cool, we get a couple. We have a few Scorpids all right here. Let's get those going. It'd be cool if you could get their scales not from skinning them, but I guess not. Alright, we got 2 more scales. We're down to needing 10. 10 stinking scales. Ugh. I'm so tempted. I mean, I'm feeling the desire to try to get them right now. What is our exact record time at? No, we're already over 2 hours. Yikes. I got one more. We need 9 scales. I just want to get that other Scorpion we saw, like, right here. I saw one, yeah. And maybe I'll go hop up on that. Oh, we got 2 more. They just want me to get the scales. Also, I'm having, like, no time to play in my life. So, pretty much these episodes are all of the time I'm getting to play lately. That's another part. It's like, oh, when I get off of this with you guys, I'm gonna go have lunch, and then I'm gonna be working like the rest of the day. So part of me is like reluctant to go start that Sunday of work, so that I can then, you know, kick off my freaking 40-hour work week after a nice resting Sunday of working for the next 7 hours. Ridiculous. Alright. I guess I'll call it. Even though we're doing good. What did I say? We're down to needing 9. Yep, we're down to needing 9. I'm gonna go hide up in the hills right there. Also, though, I should stop now because, like, 2 more kills and we're gonna be leveling up, and I want that level up to trigger on screen, so I remember, oh yeah, we need to go learn our talents too. When we hearth. Okay, so this is where I'll log out. And this is where I'll tell you, I'll give my thanks to you, because I appreciate your viewing. If you made it to this point in the episode, you are a real one. And don't forget, if you haven't already, like the video, comment, tell me that you like it, or tell me what you want, almost like a mailbag. We'll talk about it on the next episode if you don't want to hear me just ramble. I love to have some guided ramblings. Check out the Patreon if you're interested in this format. I do all of the same style of things with the Assassin's Creed universe on my Patreon. And tell your friends that the world will be a better place if they were subscribing and watching my show. See you guys. And this episode in Pipe 5x5. Catch you on the next one. Peace.